Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How y'all doing today?
Good, good.
Well, that's good because you about to hear some very valuable information. If you came here today to learn about your finances, say amen.
Amen.
That's what's up. That's what we like to hear. So, give you a little bit about myself. My name is Randy Parks. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. All my life been here, living all over this city. And when I tell you I've had all the ups and downs financially, me and my family, we have went through it. But we on the right side of the mountain now when I found this company. So what led me to FES was I was constantly working the same job for 18 years. And I just kept telling myself it got to be something better than this. Not necessarily just better, just something more than this. And I had went through most of my life being a cash guy. If I didn't have cash, I could care less. But if I had the cash, boy, I was cashing out. I was the cash out king. That's what they used to call me for real in my hood. My granddaddy raised me like that. Said, son, if you don't have the cash to pay for it all, you don't need it. And that's what I stuck by. So what led me to this company was I was going down Instagram one day and I saw this guy, Jay Wilkes or something like that. And the brother was clean. I'm talking about the brother was sharp, brother, like he was having it. So I messaged him, hey man, what line of work you in? How can I get on? And so he said credit restoration. I said, okay, well I know a lot about credit, but I ain't got no credit. Crazy, go figure, right? It's like I knew all the rules about it, but I didn't have it. So he sent me a video. I watched the video. I was interested. I reached back out to him. He pointed me in the direction of my mentor, Shauna Thomas. I told her, hey, I want to get this. I like this, but I don't have the money to do it. I said, give me a second. I'm about to take my family on vacation. When I come back, I'm ready. I came back. I jumped right in the program, hit the ground running. My credit score was about a 492 at the time. They sent the first wave of letters out, helped me improve my score 72 points, and the score just kept building and building from there. I took advantage of all the programs. So this here is what we call our protection plan, and these are some of the things that the company has to offer, some of the benefits. I just want y'all to stick with me and pay attention. Y'all ready to learn about some credit?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. So the current American finances, the average credit score is 300 to 850. 1 in 4 Americans have credit scores lower than 600. In Atlanta, we have 4 zip codes with the lowest credit scores in America. So that's a big deal considering we all right here in Atlanta. 68 million people have credit scores of less than 750. Nearly half of Americans don't have credit at all, so that credit invisible. How many millennials I got in here? You all a lot of times don't have any credit. 58% of the people have no will and trust documents in place. I mean, if you got kids, you don't want them having to figure out, oh, all daddy's stuff going to the state because he didn't have a will in place. We had celebrities die. Prince, Aretha Franklin, none of them had wills. The FTC estimates that around 9 million of Americans have their identity stolen every year. Get your credit and your lifestyle protected, people. That's another product I'm going to talk to you about in a second. So, how many people have less than perfect credit in the room? How many of us have debt and no idea how to pay it off? How many don't have their personal finances in order? How many of you want to understand how to make a budget and keep a budget? Everybody that's in here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to UCES. What you're going to learn today is what UCES is, what the services include with UCES, and our protection plan. So, we're not just some fly-by-night company, people. We've been around for 15 years teaching credit and education and working with American consumers to get back on track to create financial stability. Our services successfully work with consumers to remove inaccurate, obsolete, and erroneous material from credit reports, helping families reach their financial goals. The protection plan includes all of these different products, all for one price. You have a budgeting, which is going to help you learn how to keep that money all in track, stay on the right track. Credit restoration, which most of you are here for today, to get things removed and get back on the right track, fixing your credit. Credit builder, which is a key thing in improving your credit. It teaches you how to constantly move up and build your credit. Credit attorneys, in case any of your debt collectors or anybody want to get out of line, we have attorneys for that. Credit monitoring, how big is that? Anytime you want, you can be informed before you go out to make purchases. You can check your credit and monitoring app, know exactly where your score is, so you can walk in that car dealership and say, hey, I know my score is this. This is the type of loan that I want. Debt payoff. I use this program here to help pay off my student loans. It helps you learn how to move the money around properly to go ahead and get ahead. Financial lockbox, all of your financial benefits and assets in one place. No longer having multiple accounts everywhere. Identity monitoring. 9 million Americans had their identity stolen every year. That's very important to have. Your net worth. How many of you all have looked up the net worth of Jay-Z or Beyonce or the net worth of Bill Gates? I'm sure you have. We all done looked at them. You know, you have a net worth too. You should know it. Saving goals. He tried to save that money. And like I said, that will and trust. Big deal, people. You want to be able to do this and leave it around for your legacy. That's what we do it for our kids, our family. The YFL Family Mint, that's a product that I'm going to get into, is dear to my heart. Credit restoration. We're a 501c company, which only means that we're a non-profit organization. Everything that we do, we give back. We help people. That's what we do here. Our credit education services can work with you to communicate with the credit bureaus to remove inaccurate, obsolete, and erroneous items from your credit report. Restore your score, maximize your financial opportunities. Your credit score can cause a whole lot of things. These are just some of them. High interest rates, elevated home and auto insurance premiums, high security deposits on your utilities. If you got bad credit, they can charge you extra money just to get lights and gas, people. Let's get it fixed. Loan rejections, inabilities to get cell phone contracts. We all need phones, and other inconveniences it can cause. So this here is a calculation on how your credit score is calculated. So 35% is payment history. So Big Mama was right when she told you, pay your bills on time. I'm sure plenty of you all have heard that. And then here, 30% of it is capacity and amount owed, which means you can't have a $1,000 card and go max it out. How many people went and got a Walmart credit card for Christmas time and felt like they can run and go spend the whole $1,000? Don't do that, people. Keep it under 30%. Lift of credit. That's 15% of your credit report there. Meaning, how long have you had credit? Did you just start, or did you get credit right after high school? New credit, 10%. You want to try to do 1 to 2 items a year. Nothing really more than that. Anything more than that can really cause your score to be hammered. Types of credit used. You want a mix of credit. You want installment payments, credit cards. I know a lot of people shy away from credit cards. I'm sure there's some people out here now that feel like, I just don't do well with credit cards, so I'm going to stay away from them. You need those credit cards. They can help build your credit. Things that you should know. Credit reporting agencies are not government entities, people. I know that we hear the word credit bureau and automatically think that they're part of the government. They're not. They're private companies. They're billion-dollar companies that pay for our data to cause us harm. Each credit reporting agency operates differently. TransUnion don't like Equifax. Experian don't like TransUnion. They actually in a bidding war for your accounts. Creditors have the option to report to one or two or all agencies, but not obligated to share information with all of them. In fact, I'm sure everybody in here has had something on Equifax that wasn't on Experian. That is why. They actually have to pay to report this stuff to the credit bureaus. So why pay all three? All they care is that they get it on there to screw you over. You have the right to review and dispute items on your credit reports. As an American citizen, that was put in Congress in 17-something. You can restore your credit score. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives all Americans the right to dispute and investigate any item on their credit report that are inaccurate, erroneous, and obsolete. Items that can include things like late payments, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, medical bills, and short sales. This here is our app, 24/7 credit monitoring app. You can click in, see everything that's going on with your case and your situation. Beautiful thing. Stay up to date with everything that's going on while we fixing your credit. Enrollment and pricing, people, doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Small $188 to get started, which is a $99 one-time fee and an $89 a month for your first month. After that, $89 a month subscription. No contract. So it's like, take the first step. You may have $5,000 or $10,000 or thousands of dollars worth of debt. Let us take care of it for a little bit of nothing. This is what I was talking about, is near and dear to my heart. This youth financial literacy program here, this is allowing us to be able to go in schools and teach the youth ranging anywhere from 5th to 9th grade about credit. Something they never did for us. $2 from each monthly payment plan goes toward this program. And check this out. In 2016, we gave away $100,000 in scholarships for this program. In 2017, $170K. In 2018, $250K. And just last year, we did $350K. And they just got the numbers in. We're about to give away $420,000 next month. So I love this program because these kids will have the opportunity to never mess their credit up because they'll be educated on it. And like I said, a quick recap, people. Become a customer for just $188. You can get with the agent that brought you here and enroll with him today. If you have questions, I will be over here in the back for about another hour. Feel free to come over. I will answer anything that you need to know about the program. Like I said, if you want to get started today, you can come on up front. That will wrap up our session for today. Have a good night.